From unsettling clips of creepy witch camps, to the heart-stopping sight of eerie deep-sea creatures, and even footage of a mummified home from Japan. If you're intrigued by the world of the unexplained, you're in for an extraordinary adventure as we explore each mysterious capture.
Alexa, stop.
The existence of ghosts and spirits is a hotly debated topic. While there's no scientific consensus, the internet is full of supposed evidence, and this video might be some of the strongest out there. Did you see that? This strange and bizarre sight was captured by a security camera in India. In the video, we see a white car parked near a forest road. After a few seconds, the car owner enters the frame and opens the driver's side door. He appears to be searching for something inside the car when something inexplicable happens. He abruptly runs away from the vehicle. Slowing down, the video reveals a chilling detail. As the car owner rummages through his car, a transparent, smoky figure seems to form behind him and pushes him into the car. The force of the push causes the man to get shoved into the car and then look around. But there's nothing there. This unexplained encounter clearly terrifies him, prompting him to flee the scene. This is a truly scary capture on a security camera. It certainly challenges the notion that spirits don't bother us. This video might make me check my surroundings twice before doing something in my car. That's for sure. The vastness of the ocean is mind-boggling. With only 5% explored, the remaining 95% holds countless mysteries. What creatures lurk in those deep, dark waters? This video might offer a glimpse.
What is that? See it? Is that a head?
This footage comes from low foil, captured by a local couple on a fishing trip. Their attention is fixated on something moving through the water. The creature's swimming pattern creates a significant disturbance, hinting at something truly colossal. As it glides beneath the surface, a glimpse of its back emerges. A dark rocky form with a bulky silhouette. While some might jump to the conclusion of a whale, its shape is far from the sleek symmetry we expect. This creature resembles a colossal, rough-hewn rock more than anything. The couple was shocked, and it's perfectly understandable. They've witnessed something truly extraordinary. Whispers of the Lao-foil monster are swirling, but without further evidence, it's impossible to say for sure. So, what do you think? Could this be a genuine glimpse of a legendary creature, or something entirely different? If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Nature loves to throw curveballs. Just when we think we've got things figured out, it throws something our way that makes us scratch our heads in confusion, wondering if it's even from this planet. Seriously? What is that thing? This video comes from a research institute in Kiel, Germany, where they're baffled by a truly bizarre wiggling creature. Local fishermen reeled it in from the Baltic Sea and brought it to the institute for study. Everything about this creature is strange, from its appearance to its behavior. It's got a long, coiled body like a worm, but between those coils, it has these thin, jellyfish-like flaps of skin, and this thing is massive. Judging from the video, it's definitely no shrimp. The Geomar Institute is completely stumped. They have no idea what it is or where it came from, and they're just as confused as the rest of us. Of course, the internet is already buzzing with speculation, with some viewers even suggesting it could be an alien worm. Seriously, It has no face or any other recognizable features. Just a long, coiled body that keeps wriggling around. It's undeniably strange. And let's hope this thing stays put in the ocean. The last thing I need is one of those wriggling around in my backyard. There's something about old dolls. They just ooze creepy vibes. Maybe it's the vacant eyes or the lifeless smiles, but I avoid them like the plague. However, if you're a doll enthusiast, this next video might have you rethinking your entire collection. Talk about unsettling. This video comes from a homeowner who caught something bizarre happening in his house and, thankfully, uploaded it to TikTok for all of us to see. The homeowner zooms in on a creepy old doll displayed in a frame. He tells the viewers to see if they notice anything strange, and wouldn't you know it, just a few seconds later, the doll's head moves. It tilts and stares right at the camera with a look that could curdle milk. The homeowner seems a little freaked out, but his reaction makes me think this might not be the first time this has happened. Maybe he filmed it this time to have some proof for the rest of us skeptics. Dolls, man. They're the perfect hiding place for restless spirits, if you ask me. Here's hoping this homeowner took some sage and banished that creepy doll to the deepest corner of his attic, or better yet, got rid of it completely. I've always known goats are incredible climbers. Heck, even mountain climbers could probably learn a thing or two from them. But scaling a sheer palm tree, now that's next level impressive. See what I mean? This video was recorded by a tourist who spotted something white way up in a palm tree. Let's just say his zoom function got a serious workout. There, defying gravity itself, is a goat casually climbing straight up the trunk. It's mind-blowing, right? We all know goats are masters of the mountainside, but this one is taking things to a whole new level. How do they even do it? Well, mountain goats have these amazing cloven hooves with 2 toes that spread wide for ultimate balance. Plus, the rough pads on the bottom of each toe act like natural climbing shoes. So basically, this goat is just out there flaunting its built-in climbing gear, making professional climbers look downright ordinary. Natural disasters are the ultimate reminder that we're not in control of everything. This video from Anchorage Airport in Alaska is a chilling example of that.
Earthquake! Earthquake! Woo! No!
This footage puts you right in the thick of it at the Anchorage terminal. From the very beginning, you can feel the terror as the entire building starts to tremble. The lights flicker and die, plunging the place into darkness. Panic sets in as people scramble for safety, the camera guy yelling to warn others about the earthquake. The lights eventually come back on, but the shaking continues relentlessly until the earth finally calms. The video ends with the haunting wail of ambulance sirens echoing throughout the airport. It's a stark reminder of the raw power of nature and the feeling of helplessness in its face. Seriously, what can you do in a situation like that except wait for it to stop and hope for the best? Just chills. Nikola Tesla was an invention machine, but the Tesla coil holds a special place in my heart. And seeing how people are pushing it to new limits, even breaking a Guinness World Record, is simply mind-blowing.
Let's see if it'll remain an insulator or if it'll start conducting. It's got a little bit of Corona and St. Elmo's on it.
Isn't that incredible? This video takes us straight to the Tesla Science Center at Wardenclyffe, New York, showcasing the world's biggest Tesla coil in action. Tesla coils generate voltages so high they can literally jump through the air, messing with nearby electrons. You can actually see the electricity crackle in the air. The video features this monstrous Tesla coil. As it fires up, a nearby log starts to glow with electricity. And then the iconic electric arc forms in the air. It's blindingly bright. You can even hear the crackling zaps, which are a little terrifying, but undeniably cool. The arc gets bigger and bigger, eventually leaping towards a wooden pole and setting it ablaze. The crowd witnessing this spectacle is a mix of fascinated and scared, but they can't help but applaud the raw power on display. It's a bit scary, I won't lie, but there's no denying this is some seriously fascinating technology. Conspiracy theorists love talking about glitches in the Matrix, unexplainable events that defy logic. Well, this video from Oman might just give them some serious ammunition. Believe it or not, this isn't a scene from a science fiction movie. This video, supposedly captured in Salalah, Oman, shows a truly bizarre sight: a flying palm tree. In the video, we see a full-on palm tree suspended in mid-air right in the middle of the road. The trunk is detached from the ground, just hovering there like it's defying gravity. No strings, no wires, no visible means of support. It's like something out of a fantasy novel. Now, before you start hoarding canned goods and prepping for a palm tree apocalypse, let's pump the brakes a sec. I did some digging online, and according to one blog post, there might be a more logical explanation. Apparently, a crane could be lifting the tree with a rope that's simply out of the camera's frame. That would certainly make a lot more sense than a rogue palm tree with aspirations of becoming a high-rise resident, right? Photobombers are annoying, especially when they're your best friend who thinks it's hilarious to ruin your perfectly posed selfie. But what if the photobomber wasn't your friend, and wasn't even alive? Yeah, that's a whole new level of unsettling.
The noise is kind of, I don't know, it's like in the centre, here. Come on, if you hit it, what's that? What's that? There. Carl, I can see it now. Go for it.
This video comes from a family on a vacation stay at a farmhouse. They were packing up to leave. Everything was shut down, and they decided to capture one last family photo as a happy memory. But as they snapped the pic, it seems something else decided to join the party uninvited. They started filming a video of the hallway, and at the very end, there's a small doggy door. As they record, out of nowhere, a smoky figure that looks vaguely human appears in the doorway, then just vanishes like smoke on the wind. Needless to say, the cameraman and his family freaked out. Now, most people in that situation would probably hightail it out of there, but the cameraman actually decided to run towards the doggy door. Maybe not the brightest move in the paranormal investigator handbook. The video cuts out before we see what happens next. Let's just say I wouldn't want to be in their shoes. Slowing down the video, you can definitely see a faint humanoid figure materialize out of thin air. Creepy photobomb for sure. But running towards it, yeah, that's a big nope from me. A demolition worker was clearing out the old hospital when he heard strange noises coming from a room. Curiosity getting the better of him, he started recording what he found inside. Let's just say What he captured sent shivers down his spine. This isn't a scene straight out of a horror movie trailer. It's real footage from Indonesia. The video shows a wheelchair in a hospital room, inexplicably moving on its own. A pillow rests on the seat, and the chair glides eerily across the floor. Needless to say, our intrepid worker was petrified. He can be heard reciting religious chants in the video, desperate to ward off whatever unseen force is causing the wheelchair's movement. This is seriously unsettling stuff. Abandoned hospitals are prime locations for rumors of ghosts and spirits, and this demolition worker definitely had an encounter he won't soon forget. Talk about being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Forget mobile homes. Have you ever heard of mobile buildings? If not, then this next clip will blow your mind. Believe it or not, this is a real video. It was captured by a local in China and showcases something truly fascinating. In the clip, you can see a bridge towering over two ships that are in the process of transporting, wait for it, an entire 6-story building. Yep, you saw that right. These two ships are literally carrying a whole building somewhere. They're attached to the sides, pushing it forward, but the most incredible part is how this massive structure is floating on the water. Zooming in, you can even see small waves forming underneath, hitting at some kind of motor, assisting its movement. Whoever's behind this audacious building relocation must be incredibly wealthy. But seriously, can you imagine what would happen if the whole thing sank mid-transport? We've all heard the stories. Ghosts as wispy figures, shadowy apparitions, maybe even glowing orbs. But have you ever seen a ghost take the form of a fireball?
Olha! Olha aí, ó! Tem gente que não acredita não numa porra dessa, olha! E tá se mexendo, olha!
This next clip comes from a group of friends in Mexico who encountered something seriously unsettling in their backyard. The video starts with the friends yelling, clearly freaked out. Then, the source of their fear zooms into frame, a fireball hovering in mid-air. The cameraman and his buddy lose it, yelling, or maybe even chanting to scare it away. But the fireball just chills there, menacingly, before slowly drifting towards them. Now, it wasn't a giant fireball, more like a baseball-sized menace. But the way it moved, that's what sent shivers down my spine. It bobbed and weaved like someone invisible was tossing it around. Logically, maybe it was a flaming electrical wire swinging in the wind. But the way it moved just felt off. So what do you think? Ghostly fireball or flaming wire gone rogue? Let me know in the comments. We all know ghosts love a good scare tactic. Flickering lights, disembodied moans, the occasional furniture rearrangement. But a music lover? Now that's a new one for me.
Please don't look fast. Please don't look fast. Alexa, stop.
This next video comes from a Reddit user who's apparently living in a haunted house with a taste for tunes. In the video's caption, she describes how this isn't the first ghostly encounter in her home. Apparently, things just got a little more musical this time. The clip shows her scrolling through her Alexa's history, where she finds multiple voice commands triggered in the middle of the night. All at midnight. Spooky, right? She then plays back the recording, and things get seriously creepy. We hear a voice. Sounds like a little girl whispering something Alexa interprets as its wake word.
Alexa, Please don't want that.
Then, in this ghostly command, Alexa is instructed to play a song. Needless to say, Mom woke up with fright and shut the whole thing down. The chills, they come crawling in when you realize this recording is legit. It's saved right there in Alexa's activity history. The uploader says there are definitely no little girls in the house, so who in the world activated Alexa and requested a midnight jam session? A ghostly music enthusiast, perhaps. You be the judge.
Alexa, stop.
Imagine waking up, stepping outside your home, and gazing skyward. But instead of the usual clouds or blue expanse, you see something so bizarre your mind can't even comprehend it. That's exactly what happened to this homeowner.
Bro, this world going to shit, bro. What the fuck is that, bro? This is a real video, bro. I don't know what the fuck that is.
This footage comes from Chicago, Illinois, captured by a homeowner in 2021. It shows a truly bizarre, shape-shifting object flying overhead. In the video, we see a black, jellyfish-like creature with a long, slender body and hair like wings flapping wildly. The thing then contorts into something else with long, spindly legs, only to morph back to its original jellyfish form, all while hovering mid-air. The entire creature was cloaked in black, with a thick upper body and a webbed, open lower half. The homeowner who recorded this said it simply vanished after a while, never to be seen again. Strange, but it's also possible it's computer-generated imagery. Whoever created it did an incredible job making it look real. Step into a scene that blurs the line between the familiar and the utterly mysterious. This video, captured on a Texas beach, presents us with a creature that defies easy categorization.
Imagine being on Bolivar Beach and this turns up. KH11 viewer Patricia sharing.
It kind of looks like an anemone you'd find in the ocean, with lots of tentacles that are soft and jelly-like. But here's where it gets super weird. The creature's mouth. It's big and looks super scary. Kind of like the mouth of a sea lamprey, but even larger. This isn't something you'd want to bump into while swimming. The creature's color is another strange thing. It's gray, which isn't what you'd expect for something like an anemone. This unusual color makes it look even more out of the ordinary. So what is this thing? Is it just a strange kind of anemone? Or is it something we've never seen before? The video leaves me guessing, showing me just how many weird and wonderful things there might be out there that we still don't know about. Embark on an up-close exploration of one of nature's more ethereal creations, captured in this video where a man holds a fascinating creature in his hand. The fish's mouth is notably sharp and pointed, resembling an arrowhead, which adds to its unusual and striking appearance. This pointed mouth is likely an adaptation to its natural environment, helping it catch its prey in the cold waters it usually inhabits. Transparency in fish, like that seen in the ice fish, is an extraordinary adaptation. It's often a form of camouflage, making the fish nearly invisible to predators and prey in the water. Despite being out of water in this video, the ice fish retains its see-through appearance, allowing us to marvel at its unique physiology up close. This type of fish is a very interesting sight to see, and thanks to this video, we have the opportunity to dive in the diversity of the nature. This video, captured by a kayaker, thrusts us into a startling scenario I know no one would want to be in. The kayaker, isolated in the vastness of the ocean, finds themselves in a heart-pounding situation. The water's surface, once a picture of calm, now betrays the movement of something immense lurking below. The suspense is palpable, as viewers can only imagine the size and nature of the creature causing such a disturbance. With my thalassophobia, I could never go into such deep waters with my kayak. But the video left me wondering, what could cause such a wave? An eerie setting becomes the backdrop for a chilling video that's bound to leave a lasting impression on anyone who dares to watch. The drone glides silently, its camera capturing the solemn tranquility of the cemetery below. Then, something unexpected and unsettling enters the frame. Beside one of the graves, a shadowy presence becomes apparent. It's not just any shadow. This one is unique. It appears as a translucent figure, a specter that moves with an otherworldly grace. This ghostly apparition doesn't seem bound by the laws of the physical world, and its presence in such a sacred and solemn place amplifies the eerie atmosphere. The sight of this shadowy figure, captured so clearly yet so mysteriously by the drone, sends me shivers down the spine. Our forests hold mysteries and fascinations beyond our comprehension, and sometimes humans stumble upon things that boggle the mind. In this video, a hiker makes a confusing discovery, a strange-looking creature in the heart of the forest at night. At first glance, it resembled a bobcat, but upon closer inspection, the creature's weird features became apparent. Though it had bobcat-like ears, its face was unusually wide, and the gap between its eyes raised eyebrows. What truly sends shivers down my spine is the creature's intense stare at the hiker. The eyes exude an eerie, almost evil quality, leaving a chilling impression that its intentions might not be as innocent as they seem. Ever heard the advice to climb to a high place if you encounter a bear? Well, this video might make you think twice. Recorded by villagers, the footage unfolds with a group of men standing on the roof of a house, looking visibly frightened. One of them is wielding a long piece of log, presumably to fend off an approaching threat. Suddenly, the cause of their fear enters the frame. A hefty bear. The bear, determined and unfazed, climbs on the wheat stacks and uses them as a makeshift ladder to reach the roof. Witnessing this, panic ensues, and everyone starts sprinting for their lives. The bear, seemingly irritated or agitated, picks a target and chases them off the roof. Despite the tense situation, some villagers appear to be smiling, suggesting they may have experience dealing with such bear encounters and knew how to handle the situation. I've found this image online, with the user claiming they have captured this on trail camera. It is no question what the first thought anyone would have. That is the face of the legendary Bigfoot. Its face fully covered in brown hair, a large nose, perhaps for a body just as big. On the other hand, its eyes seem to convey also a gentleness. Could this image be real or fake? Is it the real face of the legendary creature? A large and ominous-looking predator emerges from the right into the camera frame. Moving almost too quickly to focus on it, disappears in seconds from view. A chance encounter of a lifetime occurs when this person captures what appears to be a creature of legend known as the Almasty or Snowman of the Caucasus. This cousin to Bigfoot and the Yeti is believed to roam the Caucasian wilds. Approximately 6 feet tall with red or black fur, the creature is believed to have slanted eyes that glow red in the dark. In a strange bounding leaping gait, it proceeds to tear through the forest as if in pursuit of something we cannot see. cameraman manages to capture a clear glimpse of it just before it disappears. These mysterious beasts can move at 37 miles per hour and resemble something between an ape and a Neanderthal. Watch as the creature almost jumps from one step to another. Had this unsuspecting voyeur been spotted, it would be unlikely that they'd manage to escape at the pace the creature is able to pursue its prey. A man films a live video of himself walking around a seemingly deserted ship deck at night. No sooner has he started filming when his eyes grow wide with surprise. He turns the phone camera to the water, and it takes a moment to realize that we aren't seeing something but hearing it. At first, it sounds like the wail of a child in the distance, but with every repeated sound, it becomes something far more abstract and eerie.
I hear him. Where's she at? What the fuck is that noise?
He breaks into a run, moving to the hull of the ship to get closer to the sound. This time, a distinct series of calls are heard coming from the darkness beyond. Something or someone throws its voice as if responding to him.
That's crazy.
Later, he posts a replay of his live video, calling out to the voice. A clear response is heard from the distance as he balances precariously to get as close to the sound as possible.
Can you hear me? Yo, that shit was instantaneous, bro. Oh, I gotta watch my step out here, man.
Listen to its distinct call, just a second before he calls out again to it.
Where are you? Oh, that's over here. Wait, no, now it's there.
The voice appears to be coming from two places at once. What is this strange call? There does not appear to be another boat in close proximity. Could it be a ghost from some long, forgotten shipwreck? Or the mythical mermaid, like sirens who lured sailors with their haunting song, only to have them drown when their boats capsized on the rocks? In this video, we're taken on a late-night drive through a forest, seen from the perspective of a passenger filming the journey. Everything changes when they have to slam on the brakes. Right there, in the middle of the road, is something you'd never expect. A strange figure that looks human, standing still, cloaked in black from head to toe. The driver tries everything to get it to move. He honks the horn, shouts, and even inches the car closer. But this cloaked figure just won't budge. It's like it doesn't even notice them. Finally, deciding enough is enough, the driver steps out of the car, determined to confront this mysterious roadblock. But here's where it gets really weird. When he reaches out and pulls the cloak away, there's nothing there. No person, no object, nothing that could explain how this cloak was standing upright in a perfectly human shape. It's as if they've encountered a ghost or some kind of invisible force. To me, this is seriously spooky stuff. How does a cloak stand in the middle of the road like it's wrapped around someone, but when you check, there's nothing there? In this fascinating video, a man is seen interacting with a freshly captured, still alive piranha. Holding the fish securely in his hand, he decides to test the famed cutting ability of its teeth. He takes a stick and inserts it into the piranha's mouth, curious to see if the small but notorious fish can indeed slice through it. Remarkably, each time the stick is placed in the mouth, the fish quickly cuts it, demonstrating the incredible strength and sharpness of its teeth. This experiment is repeated multiple times, consistently cutting through the stick effortlessly. It's a clear demonstration of the power packed into the jaws of such a small creature. Watching this, I'm struck by the sheer adaptability and specialized traits that evolution has bestowed upon creatures. If you've ever been in a house that is creepy after dark, and you are alone, you will understand what this young woman is going through. After a move to Ohio, she begins experiencing what can only be described as a kind of haunting or visitation by an unknown and deeply disturbing entity.
Puzzle I'm working on. Maybe when I'm done with it, I can send you this. Mom, I gotta go.
There are a few interesting things about what we've just watched. There is a general sense of unease emanating from the young woman before we even hear the loud thump. She keeps glancing in the direction of somewhere off camera, and she almost swallows her word when showing off her puzzle. She seems nervous right off the bat and is trying hard to keep upbeat for her mother. The next video provides clear evidence that while she might think she's alone in the house, she's not.
There's the oven. It's kind of whack, but I put the nice towel that you sent me. Thank you.
As we just saw, she resumes the conversation, trying to keep a facade that everything is okay. She has moved to another room, perhaps somewhere she feels safer. The old oven seems to suggest that the house is slightly older, which adds to the creepiness of what follows. The story escalated quickly, as does the young woman's composure. She is no longer trying to put on a brave face. She is distraught as the house is bathed in darkness. Terrified, she lets on that it's back, which suggests that this is not the first time something like this has happened.
I think it's back.
The terrifying climax appears at the end, with a shadowy figure only made visible by two glowing eyes. The story ends with the return of a thumping sound, which we now know is whatever that entity is, knocking on the front door. She pleads with it to no avail as it continues to stand and stare at her like a psychopath. Whether truth or fiction, it makes for a frightening scenario. Two men returning to what appears to be a deserted and isolated house at night. It is unclear if the home is theirs, possibly abandoned due to what follows, or merely a site of strange activity. Either way, their behavior is odd. Pulling up, one of them focuses his flashlight at the windows. Pay close attention, or you just might miss it.
Holy what? Go.
Most towns have one. Creepy, deserted old house that has given way to neglect. Perhaps the owners grew old and died. Perhaps something terrible happened there. This is one of those houses. Note the tall grass out front. The air of abandonment. And then, so quick, you almost miss it. The figure of a small boy standing in the doorway. Why is he there? What nightmare unfolded behind those walls? Why is he trapped, unable to leave? The men seem to know that the house has a reputation. They do not get out of the car. Even when it is clear the figure is the height of a child, they do not stop to investigate. Instead, they speed off into the night, leaving us to wonder what really happened there. Watch again in the zoomed-in footage. Illinois. Zoomed in and surprisingly clear footage captures something utterly terrifying amongst the trees. At first sight it is barely detectable, but then a figure emerges. A hulking bipedal creature stands almost as tall as the trees in the snow-covered landscape. Spotted, it begins to move. Is this a hoax or further compelling evidence to suggest that Bigfoot really exists? The scale of the creature positioned amongst the trees and the confident manner it moves in this snowy wilderness suggests that this is its home. The overall shape of the creature and the almost conical head add to the case for this being real. On being discovered, it vanishes into the trees. Chilling at home alone shouldn't be this stressful. Watch what happens in this unsuspecting encounter that really is too close for comfort.
I'm home alone, right? But
A ghostly reflection of what looks like a woman with long dark hair or something pulled over its head appears alongside the poster of the video. Shot in a seemingly continuous point of view, the image is quite terrifying, but her response to the moment is anything but. Perhaps I'd be more convinced if she wasn't so calm to her invisible flatmate. Her demeanor does little to suggest shock or horror. Does the poster just have nerves of steel? Or is it a hoax born of some editing? You be the judge. We see a lot of poor footage of Bigfoot online, which makes the videos we're showing in this episode something of an exception. This one, although zoomed in, seems to capture the creature in fairly close proximity. Pay attention to the movement of this Bigfoot. It has a somewhat different gait to others we've seen. Could this relaxed stride be due to the fact that the creature is unaware that it has been discovered? Or is that the most epic Halloween costume? On Trail Terror, we feature a number of clips of animals in their natural habitat, particularly deer and elk during rutting season. These animals display a diverse number of vocalizations that serve to not only attract mates, but warn others of danger. A Texas police officer stops at a rest stop and records the following sound emanating from the woods beyond. Is initially noticeable is the sheer volume of the bellow. It feels almost otherworldly. Could this be the call of a really large stag or elk? Or as this police officer suggests, the cry of Bigfoot? This startling footage claims to capture the face of Bigfoot. The likeness to human features is incredibly disturbing, but the more you look at the sheer size of its head and the somewhat large gap between its round eyes, these features resemble something less human. Here, the creature seems relaxed and even curious as it glances in the direction of the camera. It knows it's being watched, but in turn it is watching. In other videos, Bigfoot hunters claim that these creatures often have one member who serves as a lookout to protect its family. We have showed earlier videos on this channel where similar close-ups of Bigfoot's face have been captured, but the picture quality has not been as clear. This face confirms the face captured in other sightings, supplying a compelling case for its existence.
Someone climbing up the wall. It's an iceman. It's a ghost. Jesus, what is that?
This somewhat poor quality footage captures a humanoid shape scaling the rock on a mountain without any kind of safety equipment or clothing for that matter. The creature shows remarkable pace and agility as it moves effortlessly further up the mountain face. Is this a nudist rock climber out getting his kicks? Or is it something more sinister? The creepy, almost ghostly white skin suggests it should be avoided. Two ghostly figures are captured in this footage taken at Yosemite. The weird creatures resemble a type of cryptid, but instead of the elongated body, they have no real torso. Mainly legs and a featureless head, where no eyes, nose, ears, or mouth are apparent. Note the one-dimensional nature of their shape and profile. The stilted walk that shifts to an almost ghost-like floating movement. The figures lurch down the hill in a bizarre fashion, twirling in a creepy dance before disappearing from the frame. Apart from location, there is not much more to go on. If you know what these are, let us know in the comments. In general, malls are seldom the first choice for a paranormal fright night. Those are relegated to creepy old houses or deserted museums. However, The Last of Us changed that with its utterly enchanting and terrifying mall scenes. As did this video, a night duty security guard in a deserted mall after hours has a seriously disturbing shift. It begins with sound disturbances that provide no explanation for what has caused them.
It's creepy, man. You're so freaking creepy.
Followed by a creepy encounter with a paranormal entity in the food court. Watch, she captures the impossible on camera before getting the hell out of there.
These freaking chairs just moved. What the Okay. I'm done.
Clearly, no salary is worth this kind of harassment. A peaceful night at home. A woman prepares for bed when her dog spots something or someone lurking in the shadows, just beyond the living room.
Get ready to go to bed myself. What the f*** is that? What? Oh, God! Fuck!
If their reaction and hers are anything to go by, this isn't a hoax. Watch closely as the apparition appears for mere seconds before vanishing again. We're bringing you some really clear and compelling Bigfoot sightings in this episode of Trail Terror. Watch as this unsuspecting person spots the bipedal creature with its characteristic reddish fur in close proximity. There is the briefest moment where the two face, the beast alerted to the camera person by their panicked shouting. Fortunately, the shy Bigfoot disappears into the forest, avoiding confrontation. A TikToker who posts videos of strange events happening around her home was startled at the sound she heard while putting her chicks away in the pen.
What the fuck?
The sound coming from the forest was like an animal's cry for help. And so she shined her torchlight into the woods while recording. She captures a white figure next to a tree. At first glance, it wasn't there, but when she circled back to look in the same direction, her camera was able to capture a thin white figure at the left side of a tree. The strangest thing was that the figure disappeared after being out of the camera's recording range. Could it be that the mysterious white figure was making those eerie sounds in the forest? Or could it have scared an animal in the woods and caused it to make the bizarre sound? On a clear day, a man happens to capture what looks like Bigfoot casually walking out through a small clearing of a forest and back into the woods. The creature's features may prove it to be Bigfoot, as it walks on twos and appears much more prominent than the average human height. Its arms extend downwards below the waistline and seem to have a thick coat of brown fur. The video quality isn't as clear and makes it hard to make out what the face looks like, but its tall, towering stature, long ape-like arms, and the appearance of thick fur could be an indication of the existence of the cryptid Bigfoot. In this captivating video, shot from within the depths of the woods, we're presented with a sight that is both extraordinary and mystifying. Hidden among the greenery of the trees and vegetation, the footage reveals the presence of small, skinny, humanoid figures. These creatures are depicted as naked but lack any defining sexual characteristics, adding to their enigmatic nature. The appearance of these beings raises immediate questions about their identity. Are they goblins, as suggested by their diminutive and slender forms, which seem to belong more to the realm of folklore and myth than our modern world? Or could the footage be the result of computer-generated imagery designed to create a convincing illusion of their existence? Having a companion dog with you when venturing into a forest for hiking can be crucial for your safety, and this video provides a compelling example of why. The footage, recorded by a hiker, shows a forest trail with a black figure standing on the other side. The figure seems to notice the hiker recording and begins to flee. The hiker's dog reacts by barking at the figure, causing it to retreat even faster.
Oh my God, no, Ziggy, no!
The creature is described as humanoid, with a strong built body covered in thick black fur, resembling a Bigfoot. The presence of the dog played a key role in deterring the creature and ensuring the hiker's safety. It prompts the consideration of what might have happened if the hiker didn't have a dog with them. The protective instincts of a canine companion can make a significant difference in encounters with wildlife, providing an added layer of security during outdoor adventures. This video is from a beach, showcasing the discovery of a peculiar siren-like creature washed up on the shore. The footage begins with a view of the beach scattered with washed-up wood branches. The camera then focuses on a dried-up, eerie-looking body. Upon closer inspection, the creature appears to resemble a mermaid with long feminine hair on its head. The lower half of the creature resembles that of a fish, while the upper body resembles a human. However, there's a possibility that this could be a fake or a prop deliberately placed there by someone. The suspicion arises because the creature's appearance suggests it might be a wooden model created for a specific effect. Regardless of its authenticity, the creature in the video does convey a creepy and unsettling vibe. This video was caught by a hunter who was bothered by these sounds. It is obviously an animal of some sort. Perhaps in distress or maybe giving warning sounds. This is one of the creepy noises you're ever likely to hear, particularly if you're alone somewhere remote at night. These sounds have caused a wave of speculation, as it has captured imagination of many wondering what it could be. Most have suggested this to be from maybe a moose or an elk. What do you think? Is it the mating call of a randy moose, a trapped bobcat, or something more sinister? Let us know your guesses in the comments below. This is a clip of a really unnerving scene. From far you might think your mind is playing tricks on you, until we zoom on the strange figure. It looks like a really tall humanoid shadow is holding onto the pole beside it. It is something unfamiliar and out of the ordinary, and I have never seen anything like it. Examining its physique, our attention is drawn to its elongated limbs and stretched out body. Could it be a person dressed in all black, possibly to cause speculation? A shadow of something tall causing a glitch in the camera, or an optical illusion created by certain lighting conditions, or in an eerie case, we could be in a presence of some sort of spirit. Imagine you wake up one morning, go for your usual jog, and see this in your neighborhood.
What the heck is this?
Uploaded on TikTok by user Linzavian, this video is like a scene straight out of a nightmare. It shows a human-sized bat hanging upside down in a window frame, swinging slightly. This creature looks absolutely terrifying, almost like a twisted hybrid of a human and a bat from the depths of hell. While there could be a logical explanation, such as it being a Halloween decoration, or someone playing a prank, it still sends shivers down the spine. The mere thought of these giant bats potentially lurking around, possibly sucking blood, is enough to terrify even the most brave ones. Let's just hope it's nothing more than a spooky prank, and not a glimpse into a terrifying reality. Life on land is pretty simple and straightforward, but underwater, that's a whole different story. In this video captured by a hiker, we're treated to a strange sight beneath the water's surface. As the camera dips below, we spot the body of a deer on the seabed, but there's something eerie about it. We quickly come to realize that the deer is in the mouth of a crocodile, silently sitting there with its slain prey. What makes this scene more creepy is how close this person is to the predator. Just a small step into that shallow water, and they might be the one in the croc's mouth. So, folks, Be careful when you go out in the wild. When I first stumbled upon this video, I couldn't help but feel a rush of excitement, thinking that my childhood fantasy of encountering a real-life mermaid might finally be coming true. But as I pondered it further, a wave of genuine fear washed over me. The clip, hailing from Indonesia, showcases a group of rescuers gathered on the shore, surrounding a creature that resembles a fish. But there is something really strange about it. This creature has a really weird upper body, wrapped in cloth. Despite being swathed in fabric, the creature's tail moves, indicating signs of life. Judging by the reactions of the onlookers and the demeanor of the rescue team, it's evident that this is no ordinary fish. In fact, it seems to possess a humanoid upper body. Could it be possible that what they've stumbled upon is a real-life mermaid captured by Indonesian rescue guards? The creature's length is remarkable, easily spanning between 8 to 10 feet. However, the manner in which it's wrapped by the rescuers is undeniably eerie and leaves much to the imagination. Perhaps if they had provided us with a glimpse of the creature itself, we might have a better chance of comprehending the situation. Trail cameras and Bigfoot sightings often go hand in hand, leaving us wondering whether these legendary creatures truly exist. In this trail cam footage, we can see a dark black figure lurking behind a tree, attempting to remain hidden from the trail camera's view. However, after some time, it approaches a bit close to the camera, allowing us to discern some of its features. The creature appears to be covered in a thick coat of black hair, and its overall shape resembles that of a classic Bigfoot. Moreover, since we can only see its upper body frame, it's evident that the creature is quite wide and towering in stature. So, what do you think this creature was? Was it merely a buffed-up gorilla or a genuine sighting of the mighty Bigfoot? While hiking in the forest, it's essential to be aware of potential animal predators to ensure your safety. However, what about trees? Can they host such things? In this video, captured by a hiker on a forest trail in Canada, we can see a figure that resembles a human standing on top of a tree in the distance. This figure appears to maintain its balance effortlessly, without the need for hand support. It moves around, and it has human-like features, including skinny arms, a head that resembles a human shape, and long hair. People who have viewed this video have suggested that it might be an experienced tree climber, possibly a local forest resident. Nevertheless, the ease with which this figure stands on the tree is both unsettling and remarkable. It raises questions about the potential presence of skilled climbers in the forest canopy and adds an intriguing layer of mystery to the wilderness. This video was posted on Facebook by a user named Aristo, who was convinced that he had captured Bigfoot on his camera. The video starts with the cameraman running and breathing heavily, as if he had spotted something in the woods and was either trying to capture it on camera or possibly even running from it. After a moment, the cameraman stops and focuses his camera on the distance, revealing a massive dark black creature that resembles an ape making its way through the bushes. This confirms that the cameraman was indeed chasing after this creature. As the cameraman moves a bit closer, he captures another glimpse of this creature, and this time we see it standing upright. Its posture is unlike that of a gorilla, more reminiscent of a human. It's also quite tall and has long arms. Nevertheless, I want to believe that it was indeed an ape or a gorilla. Otherwise, my fear whispers that it must be Bigfoot. This video takes us to the Philippines, where locals are gathered around a creature perched on a store roof during the night. As one of the locals shines a flashlight on the cryptid, we get a glimpse of its truly terrifying features. The creature has a human-like body and facial features, but the way it is hunched on the roof is incredibly eerie and sends shivers down one's spine. This menacing creature appears to be possibly lurking for something. What's particularly strange is that in the street beside the store, people are casually walking by as if they are unaware of the lurking cryptid's presence. Additionally, towards the end of the video, the locals recording it seem to be laughing. The laughter could be interpreted in different ways. It might suggest that this encounter is fake or a prank staged by them. When I say I'm scared of wind, I'm not referring to the pleasant breezes. I'm talking about something like this. In this video, we witness a ferocious wind wreaking havoc outside a facility in China. The intensity of the wind is so powerful that it lifts up boards and even trees. Its speed is remarkable, and the video reveals the presence of particles mixed with the wind, adding an extra layer of danger. Recorded by employees on a night duty shift, they wisely chose to stay inside the building while this fierce windstorm unfolded outside. This decision was crucial considering the potential risks of walking around in such hazardous wind conditions. The footage serves as a stark reminder of the unpredictable and sometimes strange nature of strong winds, highlighting the importance of staying sheltered and safe during such weather events. Security cameras are typically installed in homes to provide a sense of security and safety, reassuring us that we are protected. However, there are times when these cameras capture something that makes us feel quite the opposite, unsettled and unsafe. This picture was shared on Reddit's Creepy Captures subreddit by a user who recounted a strange incident. The user explained that it was midnight when their door security alarm went off. Naturally, they went to check who might be at the door, but to their surprise, there was no one there. Intrigued and concerned, they decided to review the camera footage, and that's when they came across this eerie figure. The figure in the image looks as though it's right out of a horror movie. It has a Slender Man-like face and an overall creepy appearance. Moreover, it seems to be holding something in its hand, adding to the mystery and unease surrounding it. Whatever this bizarre creature may be, one can only hope it never pays them a visit in person. This video isn't necessarily scary, but it does capture a rather unusual and puzzling encounter. In the video, a driver is recording a child who is running toward their car. What makes this situation peculiar is the child's running style and the way their head is tilted to the side. As the child approaches the car, the person inside asks if they are okay and inquires about the whereabouts of their mother.
Bro, what in the ever-loving shit am I looking at right now? Dude, this kid's coming up on me. Like, hey buddy, are you okay? You can't be out here. Where's your mommy? Hey buddy.
However, the child doesn't respond and simply gazes at the trees on the side of the road. The aspect that raises concerns is the absence of the child's parents. Leaving a child alone in the middle of the road like this is certainly not safe or responsible parenting. One can only hope that the child safely made their way back home, and it would be wise for the driver to report the situation to the relevant authorities to ensure the child's well-being. Driving on a deserted road can indeed be a creepy and eerie experience, and encountering something like a werewolf would be the stuff of nightmares for any driver. In this particular case, the driver was cruising along a quiet road when they suddenly slammed on their brakes after spotting something highly unusual at the roadside. This creature doesn't resemble any familiar species. While some might argue that it has a wolf-like appearance, a closer look reveals some very peculiar traits. Unlike regular wolves, this creature appears to be strolling about on its hind legs, which is quite unusual. Additionally, its arms seem skeletal and lacking flesh. Its ears might resemble those of a dog, but the combination of its arm structure and the way it walks on its hind legs gives it an eerie, almost monstrous quality. The big question here is, what could this creature possibly be? A man was peacefully sleeping when suddenly his ducks outside started making a ruckus as if they were under attack by some predator. In a hurry, he rushed outside with his camera, hoping to capture whatever was disturbing them. As he pointed his camera towards their shelter, everything seemed normal at first. However, if we rewind the video and slow it down, we can spot an eerie sight. A pair of eerie, lifeless glowing eyes lurking near the duck's house. These mysterious eyes quickly darted out of view when the camera turned their way. In the moment, the man recording the video didn't notice the unsettling eyes, but when he later reviewed the footage, he was shocked by what he saw. Now, he's much more likely to believe his ducks when they start making a commotion again. In a video captured by a hiker during a trip through the Canadian forest, something initially appeared to be a lurking bear among the trees. However, as the hiker zoomed in for a closer look, it became clear that this was no bear. Strangely, this creature seemed to recognize the hiker, despite the hiker's attempts to remain hidden in some bushes. For some time, this mysterious creature simply stared blankly at the hiker, almost as if it was studying him. Eventually, it retreated back into the depths of the forest. What makes this encounter especially eerie is the uncertainty of its intention. Right from the beginning, this creature appeared massive, even though we never got a full view of its body. It was covered in thick orange-brown fur and bore a striking resemblance to the legendary Bigfoot. Ghosts might not be aware of our modern security cameras and surveillance technology, often choosing to reveal themselves when they believe no one is watching. A peculiar encounter occurred in the kitchen of a restaurant after it had closed for the night. In this eerie incident, a trolley began to move on its own, sliding a short distance before items resting on it tumbled to the ground. It was a closed environment with no one present, eliminating the possibility of a breeze or wind causing the movement. While some might argue that the floor had a slight slope, causing the trolley's movement, it raises a curious question. Why were the other two trolleys nearby not affected in the same way? This inexplicable sight left those who witnessed it feeling both unsettled and bewildered. One can only imagine the unease restaurant workers might feel. This intriguing video originates from a trail camera placed within an Australian ironwood forest. Its primary purpose was to monitor the local fox population, but it ended up capturing something truly captivating. As the video begins, we're presented with a nighttime view of the forest. Suddenly, the sound of branches crunching under pressure becomes evident, indicating the presence of something moving. Then, a dark figure emerges, strolling through the woods. This figure stands impressively tall and massive, easily measuring around 8 to 9 feet in height. Its appearance is somewhat humanoid, marked by a hunched back and long, slender arms. The mystery of this creature's identity has sparked debates among viewers. Some speculate it could be the Australian version of Bigfoot, while others propose that it might be a chimpanzee or even a gorilla. What do you think this colossal being could be? Considering that we've only explored 5% of the ocean, It's intriguing to ponder what incredible and massive creatures might inhabit the remaining 95%. This video offers a glimpse of the ocean, and we can spot a large, enigmatic creature on the water surface. Right from the beginning, this creature appears remarkably large and possesses an unusual half-body that doesn't resemble any aquatic creature we're familiar with. As it swims further away, its enormous body displaces a significant amount of water, emphasizing its immense size. Additionally, in the video, we can see other fishermen working in the distance. It's quite unnerving to imagine them laboring in the vicinity of this mysterious river monster. Ever dream of seeing a real mermaid, just like in the movies? This video might bring back those childhood fantasies. It claims to show a mermaid swimming in the Great Barrier Reef. Back in 2011, deep divers were exploring the ocean depths, studying the amazing underwater creatures. While filming their journey, their head camera captured something strange. A fish that looked half human, half fish. It resembled what we typically picture as a mermaid. The video shows the creature twice, and both times it appears to be a mermaid. It's definitely a bizarre and fascinating sight, sparking questions about what lies beneath the ocean waves. However, there's always a chance this could be a hoax or clever editing. So, is it real or is it fake? You decide. A group of paranormal investigators in South Africa were on a mission to explore a desolate area rumored to be haunted by locals. Armed with their equipment and a bit of doubt, they spent the night recording the area, searching for any evidence of the paranormal. Suddenly, in the dead of night, their investigation took a chilling turn. In the distance, on the deserted road, they spotted a figure. It stood motionless, shrouded in the darkness. This figure, vaguely resembling a young girl, was translucent, almost transparent, allowing the investigators to see straight through it. The desolate surroundings, with the forest looming on either side of the road, only amplified the unsettling atmosphere. After a moment of stunned silence, realizing the local legends might hold some truth after all, the investigators decided to cut their investigation short. They quickly packed their equipment and left the area, leaving the eerie figure standing alone on the deserted road. This encounter, unlike many of their past experiences, left the investigators shaken, forcing them to confront the possibility of the truly unknown. In this captivating video, we see the scene from the perspective of someone filming from a water coaster gliding through a canal. What's truly intriguing is the presence of a mysterious creature seen in the water right behind their boat. This creature seems to be following them, creating an element of suspense and wonder. The creature's movements, closely trailing the boat, suggest an intelligence or curiosity. Could it be some strange fish? I am not sure. For 1 second, I could have sworn I spotted an arm. The existence of Bigfoot has always piqued people's curiosity. Experts worldwide have examined the evidence that has been captured and witnessed. One such piece of evidence is a video in which a massive creature was recorded by a man as it roamed through the woods. In the video, the man recording remained at a considerable distance from the camera, making a concerted effort to stay hidden from the creature. The creature had a colossal body covered in shiny black fur. To some, it might resemble a person in a gorilla costume due to its gait. But many saw it as significant evidence of the mythical creature's existence. When the video was uploaded to YouTube, it garnered millions of views and caught the attention of experts. Nevertheless, they still could not definitively determine whether the video was a clever fake or an authentic encounter. I stumbled upon this video on Reddit, and let me tell you, the red blobs hanging from the ceiling are unlike anything I've ever seen. At first glance, They look kind of like fruit, but the more you watch, the weirder they get. These blobs have a strange, almost slimy texture, and there's even some goo dripping down from them. I did some research online to see if they could be spider eggs, but nothing matched what's in the video. The whole scene is seriously creepy, and it makes you wonder what these things really are. Are they some kind of unknown cave creature? Alien eggs from another world? Let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe you've seen something similar before, or have an idea of what they might be. If this video turns out to be a prank, I'll seriously plead with my friends to steer clear of attempting such antics on me because I'm not sure my heart could handle it. The video hails from India, showcasing footage from a security camera. In the nighttime scene, a strange creature emerges on the street. This creature is downright weird and creepy from every angle imaginable. It boasts long humanoid legs, but lacks any upper body, with just a flat circular surface up there. The way it strolls, while maintaining balance, is genuinely unsettling. Some viewers suspect it's a prank, suggesting the person might have concealed their upper body inside their shirt. Yet, to me, it seems nearly impossible for someone to hide their entire upper body, arms, and head in such a confined space. This Indonesian homeowner caught a hilarious moment on camera. In the clip, we can see a large snake could be seen slithering by the homeowner's front door. And she got a bit of a scare. In the moment, she tossed a slipper at the snake, thinking it would scare it off. But something unexpected happened. The snake actually grabbed the slipper in its mouth and made a quick getaway. It's funny to see this large snake slithering away with a slipper dangling from its mouth. While the situation is definitely unusual, it's important to remember that the snake was likely just trying to defend itself and escape the homeowner's reaction. The video ends with the snake disappearing into the field, slipper in tow. It makes you wonder what would happen if these thief snakes got common and went after something a little more valuable, like our phones. People have talked about goblins for a long time, often in stories and legends. After watching this video, some might start thinking that goblins could actually exist. The video was recorded by a biker wearing a GoPro camera on their helmet, giving us a special view. In the video, we follow the biker as they ride along a trail, their motorcycle making a loud noise. Out of nowhere, a small, naked, human-like figure appears in the distance. This creature notices the approaching biker and tries to hide in the nearby bushes. The biker, curious about this strange sight, stops the motorcycle and tries to see where this mysterious creature has gone. This little creature, with its small size, exposed skin, and odd look, does resemble what some people might call a goblin. But the big question is, why was this goblin-like creature in that place? Was it searching for hidden treasures, or did it have some other unsettling reason for being there? This video takes us to the Mojave Desert, where an oil field worker captured something unusual while on the job. While working at the site, the worker noticed movement in the distance that drew their attention. They quickly started recording and managed to capture a truly scary sight. In the video, we see a tall, humanoid figure slowly walking along a trail. The creature's gait is peculiar, and it appears to be hunched over. Its long, elongated hands are reminiscent of a Bigfoot. After a brief stroll, the mysterious being disappears behind a bush. Some viewers have speculated that it could be a skinwalker, but based on the creature's appearance, it seems more likely that it was a local forest-dwelling Bigfoot. Whatever it was, it undeniably presented a strange and mysterious sight. This video is like something from a nightmare. It was recorded by a security camera and shows a view of a house driveway. Right at the beginning of the video, a humanoid creature that walks on all fours comes into view as it approaches the house. As this creature gets closer to the camera, its appearance becomes clear. It is completely naked with a human-like body. At first glance, you might think it's just a person acting strangely. But the way this creature moves on all fours, hunched over, is incredibly unusual. It displays remarkable agility as it moves all around the house, coming into the view of multiple cameras. The motives of this eerie cryptid remain unknown, but I'm quite certain that they were far from friendly. Two friends were out for a night ride on their snowmobile in the Canadian wilderness, and they ended up having an unforgettable experience. This video, likely recorded with a GoPro or a mobile phone, shows their snowmobile traveling through the snowy forest. The light from their vehicle illuminates their path, and they have their loyal dog with them. They're having a good time, riding through the snow, when suddenly, their dog starts barking and acting anxious.
What are you barking at?
The friends are puzzled at first, trying to figure out what's bothering their dog. Then, out of the darkness, something truly eerie becomes visible. A tall, humanoid figure standing there. The friends quickly realize what their dog sensed, and they hit the gas, speeding away from this strange and scary encounter. This humanoid figure appeared to be skinny and exceptionally tall, just standing there, possibly waiting for who knows what. It was a truly chilling experience. Imagine, you wake up one day, step out onto your balcony, and direct your gaze towards the sky, only to be greeted by an unusual square-shaped object hovering up there. In this video, captured by a resident from their apartment balcony, we're treated to a sky view that showcases this square flying object. This peculiar object stands out as it lacks the conventional features we associate with known aircraft. Adding to its mystique, the object seems to remain perfectly still without any discernible movement. For those observing this video, the notion that this could be an unidentified flying object comes to mind. However, the absence of movement raises questions about its true nature. Some might speculate that it's a weather forecasting device undergoing testing, but without concrete evidence, the mystery remains unsolved. This footage was captured by a home security camera in New Mexico, and it showcases the appearance of an unidentified humanoid creature. The creature was reportedly moving in a southern direction. In the security camera recording, we witness a humanoid figure sprinting across the driveway in a fraction of a second. This creature's physical characteristics and posture are undeniably strange. It possesses a hunched back, very thin legs, and appears completely naked. The head of this creature even resembles that of an alien. However, the video quality is somewhat blurry when zoomed in, preventing us from making a definitive identification. Regardless, the presence of such a creature in one's driveway would undoubtedly be an unsettling experience. This video, originating from Russia, showcases the sheer force of nature in action. Recorded by a mountain climber, the footage captures a distant mountain peak adorned with trees. What's particularly intriguing is that one of the trees starts moving in an unusual and unsettling manner, as if someone with immense strength is holding and swaying it on the peak. This peculiar straight-line movement suggests a powerful force at play, possibly a colossal, unidentified forest creature. While one plausible explanation could be a feller buncher, a heavy machinery used for cutting trees, the tree's eerie motion remains quite mysterious. Trail cameras are fantastic for capturing the unseen mysteries of the woods, but sometimes they reveal things we weren't meant to witness. In this nighttime trail camera footage, a group of deer stands attentively, clearly spooked by something lurking in the dark ahead. Suddenly, a shadowy figure emerges, its body reflecting the light from the trail camera. The deer remain on high alert, fixated on this mysterious presence. Just as swiftly as it appears, the shadowy creature vanishes into the darkness once more. This encounter was undeniably unsettling for these unsuspecting deer, and one can only hope they remained safe from this enigmatic entity. Have you ever heard of the creature known as Mothman? Mothman sightings were reported in the Point Pleasant area from 1966 to 1968, and newspapers were filled with accounts of these appearances. Mothman is a creature with a combination of humanoid and moth-like features, and its appearance can be quite scary and unsettling. But if you think you're safe now because the last sighting was in the 1960s, you might be mistaken. This video comes from Iran, where a villager investigates strange noises emanating from a nearby mountain. As he approaches with a flashlight, he spots a truly eerie figure resembling Mothman perched on the peak ahead. The creature has a red head and is enveloped in wings, and the reflection of its eyes in the flashlight's beam is particularly chilling. This video adds yet another mysterious creature to the list of things that give me the creeps. I don't understand why explorers often choose to explore the scariest and most dangerous places, and sometimes they do it at night. This video is from an abandoned property that an explorer decided to investigate. In this particular video, the explorer is exploring a cabin deep within the woods. As they venture inside, they suddenly hear a truly unsettling scream that seems to come straight out of a demon's nightmares. This blood-curdling scream startles the explorer, causing them to step back. After mustering up some courage, the explorer decides to record inside the cabin, and we catch a glimpse of the demon-like creature. It appears to be a small humanoid creature with naked skin, and it gives off a hostile and protective vibe, guarding its territory and warning the explorer to stay away. We should be grateful that the explorer heeded the demon's warning and didn't venture inside, as who knows what might have happened if they did. One of my biggest fears is strange occurrences in the sky, and this video is like a scene from a nightmare. Recorded in California, the video captures a bizarre, eerie noise emanating from the night sky.
What could be the cause of that?
The sound is deep, with an eerie echo, and it includes loud rumbling. Some viewers have suggested that it might be caused by heavy construction machinery, which could be a reasonable explanation. However, the sound seems to spread oddly in the open sky, making it challenging to pinpoint the source. Additionally, there are no visible structures in the video that could reflect the sound and create such noises. This noise was truly strange, and if it's a rare natural phenomenon, I hope someone can shed light on it by leaving a comment below so we can all learn more about it. Imagine you're in your apartment, fast asleep, and suddenly you hear strange noises coming from the roof. You decide to step outside to investigate, and to your surprise, you spot a creepy creature perched up there, staring right at you. In a video, we can see the creature on the roof of an apartment building. It's quite large, but it's hard to make out its appearance due to the darkness. This creature is fixedly gazing at the person recording the video. What's truly eerie about these encounters is that we have no idea what these creatures want or what their intentions might be. Hopefully, this creature was just curious about the weather up there and returned to wherever it came from. It's not a good idea to venture into the dark with just a flashlight when you hear strange noises. In a video, a couple heard something outside their house and decided to record as they checked out the source of the noise. The wife walked around and inspected the property while the husband joined her. While she was checking around, she shone her flashlight on the storage room door, and there, a face appeared. This face didn't look human, it resembled a cryptid. Surprisingly, the wife didn't notice it while taking this video. Only once she checked the recording again did she spot that strange thing. It was quite scary to think that this cryptid was lurking in the darkness, and the couple still hadn't seen it. This video comes all the way from Russia, and it claims to show a real sighting of the legendary Yeti. In the video, we're in a snowy place, and then, out from behind a tree, a massive creature appears. When you see it, you'll notice just how big this creature is, especially when you compare it to the nearby trees. It's covered in white fur, which might make you think of a polar bear at first, but its sheer size is pretty startling and unusual. What's even more strange is that when this creature takes a few steps, you can see its entire body, and it's standing on 2 hind legs. Polar bears typically can't do that. So if it's not a polar bear, could it be the legendary Yeti? Or perhaps something even more mysterious and cryptic than that? A group of construction workers, busy with their pipe-laying job, started hearing unusual sounds coming from one of the sewer holes. They got curious and decided to investigate. In the video, you can hear the workers discussing the strange noises coming from the sewer. As they work, one of the workers, recording the scene, moves closer to the sewer hole to get a better look. Suddenly, a weird and creepy head pops out for just a moment before disappearing. This really spooks the workers, and they quickly step back, looking quite startled. Upon closer examination, that mysterious head appeared to be that of a lady ghost. It had a dark complexion and some very odd, alien-like eyes. After this eerie encounter, I wouldn't be surprised if some of these construction workers thought about quitting their jobs the next day. I think horses are some of the most loyal and powerful animals around, but there are things that can even frighten these strong-willed creatures. This video is from a horse stable, showing us the view of the stable with horses in it. Out of the blue, one of the horses gets spooked, as if it sensed some kind of danger nearby. All the other horses in the stable also become uneasy and anxious, like something has entered their space and is causing them fear. After a while, we get to see what's causing all this commotion. It turns out to be a strange, unknown creature. This peculiar entity comes into contact with one of the horses and seems to be doing something to it. The horse, after this encounter, is really scared and calls out for help. What do you think this odd-looking creature could be? Could it be a ghost? This video comes from a hiker who was out exploring the beauty of nature but stumbled upon something quite remarkable. In the video, we're looking at a scene with bushes, and there's someone standing behind those bushes. This figure or creature appears to be covered in black fur. At first, it seems like it might be a bear or a gorilla lurking behind the bushes. However, things take a surprising turn when this figure suddenly stands up, revealing that it's actually a humanoid figure. This unexpected sight spooked the hiker, who wisely decided to make a quick retreat to safety, just in case this strange being decided to follow. Many viewers of this video suggest that it could be the legendary Bigfoot, but the bushes concealing it make it a bit harder to say for certain. Regardless of what it might be, this creature's behavior did give off a somewhat eerie vibe. It's always a good idea to stay away from things you don't understand, or things that might be more powerful than you. This video takes place in Canada, and shows a snowy forest area. The person behind the camera seems quite alarmed, possibly because something is chasing them or making them nervous. The camera person zooms in on the woods in the distance, trying to capture whatever it is that's bothering them. Then, they spot a dark humanoid figure walking in the woods. Realizing this, the camera person decides to run away in a hurry. This figure, based on its towering height and the way it walks like a human, seems to resemble the legendary Bigfoot. The hiker also mentioned that they had seen this thing stalking them before, which explains why they were so frightened and uneasy before recording the video. This video was taken in Wessex back in 2007 using a traffic camera. In the video, we're looking at a Wessex highway with cars traveling as usual. Out of the blue, something very strange and fast across the highway. It crosses the road incredibly quickly, even leaping over the highway fence effortlessly. In terms of its appearance, this creature was quite eerie. It had a naked body and a hunched back, making it look somewhat like the mythical creature known as the Rake. Also, its body shape was oddly reminiscent of the Azawak dog breed, but it had a human-like head. The way it moved and its appearance gave it a posture and looked like a dog or a wolf, which has led some to wonder if it might be a werewolf. You've probably seen many videos of mysterious creatures caught on camera, but have you ever witnessed a strange creature sighting on live TV? In this video, it's during an interview on a popular TV channel where a lady is talking about a rally track. While she's giving the interview, something peculiar is happening in the background. There's a ghostly figure floating near the lady's head, and this figure doesn't have a clear, definite shape. It's slowly changing into an irregular form. At first glance, it might seem like a ghostly figure, but there's also a reasonable explanation. It could simply be the lady's hair, and it appears that way due to the quality of the camera. However, no matter what it is, it's undeniably a strange and unexpected sight. This family was enjoying their summer vacation on their farmhouse when they came across something truly unusual. In the video recorded by family, we're looking at a field, and in the distance, there's a dark furred humanoid figure strolling along. You can hear the family's voices filled with confusion and amazement as they try to figure out what this creature might be.
You did.
What on earth?
That's not a deer.
You did. That can't be that's not a cow. It's walking on 2 feet.
This creature doesn't quite match anything they're familiar with. While it might look a bit like a bear, gorilla, or ape, the way it walks and carries itself doesn't resemble any of those animals. The person who uploaded the video, one of the family members, firmly believed that this was an actual sighting of Bigfoot, mainly because of its tall and human-like appearance. What do you think about this mighty creature? Hearing strange and eerie noises in the pitch-black darkness can be quite frightening, and that's exactly what these kids experienced. In the video, there's a brother and sister recording something in the darkness when suddenly a really scary and weird noise, like rumbling and screaming, breaks out.
Wait, I see something. It's coming towards. What was that white thing? Look at what happened.
The sister thinks it might sound like an animal in distress or calling for help. The brother, on the other hand, notices something moving in the distance and mentions that he sees something coming toward them.
Wait, I see something. It's coming towards.
It's indeed a strange and unsettling encounter. Many questions arise, such as why these kids are out there in the pitch darkness late at night, and where their parents might be. This video is like something out of a scary nightmare for many of us. It was recorded at a pipeline station, where the camera person was inspecting the pipeline with a flashlight. While they were busy inspecting, something suddenly emerged from behind the pipeline structure and started running. This creature was hunched over and entirely naked, without any fur on its body. It moved in a really eerie way, with its 2 hands almost touching the ground as it ran. This creature resembled a cryptid monster that might have been lurking around behind these pipelines for some time. Some viewers who watched this video suggested it might be a ghoul, but it didn't quite match the typical appearance of a ghoul, especially because of its strong hunched back. This was indeed a very strange and unsettling encounter. Parents often install nanny cams to keep an eye on their children and ensure their safety. However, in this video, something very eerie and bizarre was captured. The nanny cam recorded this video at 3 in the morning, showing a view of a hallway. In the video, We can hear scratching and banging noises, which are really unsettling. Then, a strange figure's outline appears in the darkness in front. What follows are truly scary sounds, like heavy, anxious breathing and sniffing, as if some possessed animal is breathing nervously. After these strange noises, there's a loud bang, and the room door suddenly opens. As the door opens, the figure goes inside the room, and that's where the video ends. I can only imagine the fear and concern the parents must have felt after seeing this unknown creature wandering around near their children's room like that. If you're not a fan of jump scares or being startled, I should give you a heads up that there's a bit of a jump scare in this dashcam video. In the video, we're looking at the view from a car's dashcam as it's speeding down the road. The car is going really fast and picking up even more speed. Despite this high speed, the driver seems to have good control over the car. But out of the blue, a figure suddenly appears right in front of the car, and there's no time for the driver to brake, so the car goes right through this figure. The strange thing is that this ghostly-looking figure seems to come out of nowhere, and when the car goes through it, there's no sound or impact. After that, the camera goes kind of dark. This ghostly figure had a human-like shape, was wearing a black shirt, had no face, and its whole body looked like a witch. Whether it was a ghost or a person, it's always a good idea to drive slowly and safely. Encountering cryptids and strange creatures is scary enough, but being stalked by one through the woods at night takes fear to a whole new level. This video features a couple recording the nearby woods after hearing strange noises emanating from them.
It's not showing up on camera. There it is. There it is.
There
What
it
is
is.
it? Oh, there's a bunch of them. What are they? They're blinking, y'all.
Yeah, I see those eyes right there.
Glenn! Glenn!
You see that?
What is that?
When they shine their flashlight towards the source of the noise, they are met with a truly terrifying sight. A pair of eyes staring back at them, blinking eerily. Even their dog senses the unholy presence of this stalking creature hidden in the woods. The stalking eyes move up and down, as if a creepy creature is tilting its head. Some speculate it could be a skinwalker, disguising itself as an animal to stalk humans as potential prey. What do you think it was? Was it just an ordinary animal? Or could it have been something far more sinister? This video was shared by a hiker who claimed to have encountered something unusual in the forest. In the video, the hiker zooms in on an object in the distance. As the camera zooms in, we can see a black figure standing there, resembling a creature. This creature is covered in black fur, and its features are somewhat obscured due to the dense forest. Some may argue that it could be an ape or a gorilla, given the similar coat of fur. However, what sets this creature apart is its size. You can clearly see its upper body and legs, and observe the considerable distance between them. This suggests that the creature is quite massive and stands tall. Unfortunately, due to the dense tree cover, we are unable to get a clearer view of this Bigfoot-like creature. We all enjoy watching wrestlers engage in tough competitions, but have you ever witnessed a man wrestling with a python? This video begins with a python launching an attack on a man, and he skillfully evades the python's wide open mouth. With impressive agility, the man seizes the python by its neck, all while the python continues its attempts to bite him. Once he gains control of the python's neck, he showcases his wrestling prowess by rolling over the python to establish a better grip. The python is determined to consume the man, but is hindered by the neck hold. What adds to the suspense is that as the man rolls over the python's body, the snake attempts to coil around the man, briefly latching onto his shoulder. However, he manages to evade this and emerges as the clear victor. This encounter was undeniably intense, especially considering how the python was relentlessly trying to take a bite out of the man. Nonetheless, we must commend this brave individual for his remarkable python wrestling skills. Things that our human brains struggle to comprehend often tend to unsettle us. And the same goes for encounters with mysterious creatures. In this video, we witness an unknown creature clinging onto a truck tire, leaving the person recording the video utterly confused. The creature in question has a peculiar appearance. A small body, an exceptionally long and thick neck, a lengthy and slender tail, 2 hind legs and 2 front arms. However, what truly adds to the strangeness is when the camera person zooms in on the creature's face. This creature lacks typical facial features like eyes, ears, or nose. It possesses only a mouth filled with incredibly sharp and intimidating teeth. Curiosity gets the better of the person recording, and they cautiously attempt to touch the creature's mouth with a stick to determine if it's real. To their astonishment, as soon as the stick makes contact, the creature swiftly moves its head with lightning speed, causing a moment of sheer fright. Undeterred, the person approaches the creature again, trying to touch it once more with the stick. This time, the creature reacts by twisting its neck and making a lightning-quick bite at the stick. What are your thoughts on what this mysterious, aggressive creature might have been? This video was shared by a farmer on the Creepy Captures subreddit, where he described his encounter with a strange, naked individual on his farm. However, the comments on the post suggested that this was not an ordinary person, but possibly a skinwalker. In the video, we can see a humanoid creature on all fours, sitting in the distance. This creature is entirely devoid of fur, and its features appear mostly human, except for its weird white skin tone and bald head. The creature moves slightly, but then locks its gaze directly onto the person recording the video. Given that the farm is situated at the edge of a forest, it raises the possibility that this creature could be a skinwalker, venturing out in search of food. However, the lingering question remains, for the skinwalker, does the food mean the farmer? Secure your belongings. Taking it back to 2020, this video showcases a truly strange phenomenon unfolding in the skies, leaving many to wonder if it had godly origins. Hailing from Florida, the footage was captured by a driver who noticed a strange, luminous object emerging from behind the clouds. It moved across the sky as if someone were wielding a giant flashlight, casting an ethereal glow. The sight persisted for over a minute before the video abruptly ended. It's a scene reminiscent of something out of a fantasy game, as if the heavens were sending us a rare quest or message. While some may interpret it as a sign from a higher power, a more grounded explanation could be at play. It's possible that sunlight filtering through unusual cloud formations is causing this luminous display, though we lack concrete proof. If you've encountered this strange phenomenon, or have insights to share, feel free to drop a comment below and join the discussion. Some people out there believe in the existence of aliens, claiming they might be lurking beneath the sea disguised as aquatic beings. I've always been skeptical, but videos like this one really make me question my doubts. In this footage from Kiowa Island, South Carolina, we witness a bizarre moment captured by a group of fishermen on their fishing expedition. As one of them records, another showcases a truly bizarre fish they've just reeled in, This fish is unlike anything they've encountered before, sporting a peculiar mouth like opening below its original head. Its body length and features are also far from the norm, but it's that unusual mouth that gives it an otherworldly appearance. With its gooey texture and an oddly shaped tail, it wouldn't be out of place in a sci-fi movie featuring extraterrestrial creatures. While it's possible that this fish is the product of some genetic mutation, mutations can sometimes yield eerie and unsettling results like this one. Now, the real question remains: will the fishermen decide to sell this mysterious catch at the market? Or will they make it disappear, never to be seen again? A trail camera set up to study the deer population in the Canadian woods captured a strange sight that has left researchers with more questions than answers. In the footage, recorded at night, the trail camera captures the tranquil beauty of the forest. However, suddenly there is a movement in the distant darkness, accompanied by a sudden burst of bright light. The deer grazing in the vicinity become startled by the passing of this mysterious entity and become more alert. Upon closer inspection of the footage, it becomes apparent that something out of the ordinary is afoot. Zooming in reveals the presence of a ghostly figure, seemingly carrying a light source, possibly a lantern, as it moves through the woods. Though the sighting is fleeting, it leaves an indelible impression on both the camera and the deer. Also, unlike some videos that could be attributed to computer-generated imagery, the genuine reaction of the deer adds credibility to the sighting. Incidents like these make me hesitant to venture into the forest for pending adventures, as the unknown can be both fascinating and unsettling. Humans have this strange tendency not to back away from danger unless it's right about to hit them. This video perfectly illustrates that, where a group of people stands behind a fence, gazing at the surging sea with massive and furious waves. The waves are already dangerously high, but these folks seem to be ignoring the potential risks, just enjoying the spectacle. Suddenly, the worst unfolds, as the towering waves come crashing, surpassing the fence. As the waves breach the barrier, they start taking everything in their path. Many people get swept away, and then the video abruptly ends. Watching this video only intensifies my fear of the ocean and water. Still, I can't help but be puzzled about why these individuals didn't realize the abnormality of those towering waves and seek safety. The way humans sometimes approach danger leaves me utterly confused. Ever felt like someone's watching you while walking alone? Well, this hiker experienced just that and decided to record what he sensed. In a forest, he felt eyes fixated on him, prompting him to open his camera. What he captured was a black figure peering directly at him from behind a tree. This mysterious being was stalking the hiker, completely unaware of being spotted. The creature, like others we have seen in previous clips, appeared quite humanoid and was covered in thick black fur. To me, it resembled a Bigfoot, but it's hard to say for sure since the video was recorded from a distance, making the facial features less visible. What are your thoughts on this stalking creature? Could it be a Bigfoot? Or might it be something even more terrifying? The video leaves us with a sense of mystery and intrigue about what lurks in the depths of the forest. While on a forest road trip in California, a family encountered an eerie sight captured in front of their car's headlights. As they traversed a desolate forest road, the camera revealed a massive, hairy creature staring directly at them from the dark woods. The creature, covered in thick black fur, exhibited a humanoid posture and body frame. The eerie aspect of the clip lay in the mysterious identity of this creature, which seemed to be patiently waiting in the woods, creating a chilling atmosphere, as if anticipating someone's arrival to carry out its unknown intentions. It is advisable to keep driving in such situations unless faced with an extreme emergency to avoid potential encounters with such unsettling entities. Warning: do not attempt to replicate any actions seen in this video. The footage captured by a hiker in Russia depicts the hiker encountering a bear while exploring the forest. The bear was minding its own business when the audacious hiker approached and kicked it in the back. In response, the bear, initially startled, realized the source of the kick and aggressively charged towards the hiker. Emitting menacing growls and unsettling attack yells, the bear attacked the hiker for a few seconds. The hiker dropped the camera during the attack, but eventually returned to retrieve it, uploading the video later. Despite the scare, the hiker emerged unharmed. This video serves as a stark reminder of the importance of not interfering with nature, especially when dealing with formidable creatures like bears. The Amazon rainforest serves as a captivating habitat for a variety of amazing and rare creatures, and the tourists' capture highlighted one such extraordinary moment. The video taken during an Amazon rainforest tour depicts a massive anaconda gracefully swimming in a swampy lake. The rare spectacle unfolded with the snake positioned directly beneath the tourist's boat. And witnessing this, I couldn't help but feel concerned about their safety, considering an anaconda could easily climb on board. Also, the sheer size and capabilities of these formidable creatures add a chilling factor to the encounter. Although anacondas are common in the Amazon, they can reach an impressive length of up to 30 feet and weigh up to 550 pounds. To put this into perspective, the snake's length is comparable to about 5 kids lying head to foot. The people on the boat were pretty lucky that the snake wasn't in the mood for playing with them, because if it were, this video could have ended in a much more gruesome way. There are 2 types of people in the world: those who believe in aliens and those who have never encountered one. If you fall into the latter category, this video might just flip your perspective 180 degrees. Hailing from the Acadian woods in Canada, the footage captures a strange creature that locals have stumbled upon. The scene unfolds with a stone structure in the woods, on which an unusual alien-like creature is perched. The creature's body resembles that of a grasshopper, while its head evokes the imagery of extraterrestrials from movies, emitting eerie and unsettling noises. This creature has the potential to haunt your nightmares for years. Despite being recorded by vigilant onlookers, the creature doesn't appear agitated or aggressive. It remains calmly seated until the end of the video. The mystery surrounding this cryptid creature deepens, as its characteristics defy any known references. If you have information about this unsettling entity, feel free to share in the comments and enlighten others about its identity. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Dolls, especially the old ones, and this video perfectly illustrates why. The footage is from an unknown person who seems to be inside a dimly lit house. There is also an eerie laughter echoing in the background. And there is a mysterious figure standing in the distance. The cameraman, feeling a bit uneasy, bravely decides to investigate the source of the laughter and cautiously approaches the figure. As he gets closer, it turns out that the mysterious figure was just a doll. However, the laughter persists, and upon closer inspection, 2 hands become visible behind the doll. Startled, the cameraman quickly checks behind the doll, only to find no one there. Ready to leave, he notices something even more chilling. The doll's pupils move on their own. Frightened, the cameraman makes a swift escape, This video is pretty chilling, and it is reinforcing my fear of dolls being potential hosts for spirits and ghosts. This video has some viewers on edge. It features two friends who were home alone when they heard an unsettling hissing sound coming from their kitchen window. Curious and a little spooked, they peeked through the window and got a real shock.
Your window. He's coming in the house.
They saw a strange creature, seemingly a mix of dog and human features, peering back at them. One of the friends, understandably terrified, screamed and ran. The video ends abruptly after that. Upon slowing down and pausing the footage, some viewers claim the creature resembles the legendary Michigan Dogman. This creature is said to be a tall, bipedal creature with dog-like features and glowing eyes. Whether it was the Michigan Dogman or something else entirely, the video certainly captures a scary and bizarre encounter. It's important to remember that such encounters are extremely rare and often lack concrete evidence. It's also important to be cautious when encountering unfamiliar situations. If you ever find yourself in a similar situation, the safest course of action is to leave the area immediately and seek help from the authorities. This intriguing video comes from a trail camera positioned in a snowy winter woodland. All seems quiet and calm for a while. Suddenly, the tranquility is broken by the appearance of a large creature with wild brown hair walking on 2 feet. It moves with a deliberate humanoid gait, passing right in front of the camera. The creature closely resembles the legendary Bigfoot. The sight of such a creature in this wintry forest landscape is both captivating and bewildering. It raises the question, could this actually be the elusive Bigfoot often spoken of, but rarely seen? I have to say that the quality of the video is very poor, so I can't make out any features or details. The only thing I can see clearly is its walking, which looks very human. In this intriguing video, people are filming from a bridge, capturing the serene scene of water below, illuminated by the lights reflecting from nearby restaurants. The atmosphere is calm until something unexpected and astonishing happens.
That is exactly how it happens. Oh, here it comes.
From beneath the bridge emerges a massive, strange-looking creature crossing the water. It's notable for its unusual shape and a particularly elongated neck. Unlike any typical aquatic animal, the creature's appearance in the water is so unusual, and I am not sure what this is. It might be a seal that comes very close, and from the weird lighting, it makes it look like it has an elongated neck. Do you agree? In this video, a man ventures into the woods at night, his only source of light being a flashlight. The darkness adds a sense of mystery to his surroundings. As he walks, he films his journey, capturing the eerie quiet of the nocturnal forest. When he points his camera towards a tree, an unexpected sight appears. A humanoid creature, partially hidden behind the tree, seems to be watching him. Combining it with where they are and at what time makes it a truly nightmare story. Is it a person, perhaps another night wanderer that tried to scare them with a costume? Or something more mysterious and unexplained? Could it be the rake, considering making these guys one of its snacks? In this intriguing video, somewhere out in Russia, a man is out in the woods during the day with his kid, enjoying the natural surroundings. While filming their adventure, he unexpectedly captures something remarkable on camera. Behind the trees, a large, hairy creature can be seen running. It's huge and notably runs on 2 feet, bearing a striking resemblance to what many people would identify as Bigfoot or a really giant rake. The creature's size and bipedal movement are particularly noteworthy. They are human-like sprints, but also have something animalistic about them, something that will surely scare you to the core if you encountered it. From my perspective, while the footage is fascinating and the possibility of a Bigfoot or rake sighting is thrilling, it's also likely that there could be a more practical explanation. Could this video be fake? This video takes us inside a hen house, where an unexpected visitor, a fox, has made its way in. The camera captures the fox cautiously observing the hens, embodying the classic predator-prey scenario. Initially, the fox leaves without causing any disturbance. However, moments later, it returns with a more determined approach, leaping from the top of the henhouse in an attempt to catch a hen. Despite its efforts, the fox fails in its first few attempts. In a subsequent try, the fox successfully grabs a hen and bites it. But the hen manages to escape, evading the fox's grip, ultimately leaves the henhouse without any prey. I know the struggles of farm life, and I am sure the owners were pleased of the outcome, considering that a determined fox could have killed all the animals there. But they must also be concerned for the future. From the unique perspective, this video shows the strength that nature has. The scene unfolds with the tornado's fierce winds, forcefully moving a football goalpost, spinning it in circles. The sheer strength of the tornado is evident in its ability to effortlessly manipulate such a large and sturdy object. Showcasing the natural phenomenon's might and the mesmerizing yet destructive dance it performs with the objects in its path. These natural phenomena are amazing, and the proximity of the filmer to the tornado adds a palpable sense of danger. The video, possibly captured by a surveillance camera or a bystander from the side of the road, showcases a heart-stopping moment that unfolds like a miracle. It features a man who is seated beside his motorbike on the roadside, seemingly taking a break. Out of nowhere, a dramatic turn of events occurs. A bulldozer, which is moving along the road, unexpectedly veers to the left, heading directly towards the man and his motorbike. In a twist of fate, another vehicle coming from the opposite direction intervenes at the crucial moment. This car collides with the bulldozer, effectively altering its path and preventing it from hitting the biker. The impact between the car and the bulldozer creates a narrow escape for the biker, who is miraculously spared from what could have been a catastrophic incident. Although this could have ended up in a better way if the bulldozer driver was paying more attention, I think this was pure luck. The video is filmed by a woman from within an animal enclosure, capturing an unusual encounter between a kangaroo and an emu bird. The scene unfolds with the kangaroo circling the bird, an action that suggests it's gearing up for a confrontation, seemingly over a dispute related to food, specifically some leaves from a tree branch that have fallen to the ground. As the kangaroo tries to eat the leaves, the emu attempts to approach, likely aiming to share the spoils. However, the kangaroo appears to be in no mood to share, showing signs of aggression. The tension escalates into a skirmish between the two, with the kangaroo using its physical prowess to assert dominance over the situation.
Ooh, boxing and hissing.
Intriguingly, during the altercation, 2 more emus enter the scene, possibly drawn by the commotion or with the intent to join the fray over the food. Despite the numerical disadvantage, the kangaroo stands its ground and ultimately prevails, maintaining control over the contested leaves.
I'm hissing.
I think the woman was brave to sit so close to those animals while fighting, given the aggressiveness of the kangaroo. This underwater video reveals a fascinating deep-sea creature that looks like something out of an alien movie. The animal has a unique round body, from which multiple extremely long and slender appendages extend. As the video continues, there's a captivating moment where the creature's long appendages fold in a manner that suggests flexibility and coordination. Following this, the creature makes contact with the sea floor and begins to crawl, utilizing its tentacle-like feet in a manner that's both intriguing and eerie. The way it moves is mesmerizing, showcasing the adaptability and peculiar locomotion of deep-sea life forms. These deep-sea life creatures are terrifying. They feed the thalassophobia of many people. Reddit is a treasure trove for discovering some of the most chilling and strange videos, and this particular one is no exception. The footage follows two friends exploring an unknown location in the dead of night, armed with their flashlights. Their journey leads them to a sewer entrance where they unexpectedly encounter a strange creature attempting to scale the metal fence.
Okay.
Witnessing this enigmatic being, both friends immediately bolt away, their screams echoing in the darkness.
You gotta go! There's nothing booking it! Go! Dude, my light's not working.
As they put some distance between themselves and the creature, they glance back and continue recording, revealing that the creature seemed to chase them for a short distance. The encounter is undeniably terrifying, leaving us to ponder the motives behind the friends' nocturnal adventure. You've probably heard of Bigfoot, but did you know there's a cousin of Bigfoot known as the skunk ape? The skunk ape is a large, hairy, human-like creature said to live in the forests and swamps of the southeastern United States, particularly in Florida. In this video, which was captured by a tourist exploring the Florida swamps, something is seen moving among the distant trees. Initially, this creature appears ape-like, but upon closer inspection, it seems larger than a typical ape, and walks with a human-like posture. It's covered in thick black fur. To me, this sighting resembles the skunk ape, or perhaps even the mighty Bigfoot. What are your thoughts on this encounter? For more captivating content like this, click here. Thank you for tuning in.